In this video, I'm going to talk about net earnings. So we'll talk about taxation as well. You can see here the pay as you go table means the gross wage is here. So if somebody earns $1,000 in a week, then the employer should take out $178. So we use this table for the problems in this video. So you can see here, for example 14, that Jackie has a gross wage. So gross is important here. That means before tax and deductions. So 1,200. So in the table, we need to look for that. So 1,200 is here. So we should take out, the employer should take out $246. So use the pay as you go table to find the amount of tax that should be deducted. So tax deducted is $246. And then I'm going to do part C next. If Jackie receives $98 in family allowance, but has deductions of $71 for superannuation and $550 for union fees, what is her net pay? So the net pay is after tax, it's after family allowance, it's after superannuation and union fees. So we start with 1,200. That's how much she gets paid. That's her gross wage. We add on the family allowance, and then we subtract the deductions. So the tax is the deduction, superannuation is a deduction, and union fees are too. Giving her a net pay of $975.50. The table that you have in your textbook might be a little bit different, but it's the same principle. And for part B, what percentage of her gross pay is deducted? So we're thinking about the tax here, percentage tax deducted. 246 divided by the gross wage times 100 is 20.5%. So we're looking for the percentage tax deducted, which is a key word here. So what percentage tax is kind of missing here? In example 15, we have Jonah, who has an annual taxable income of $200,000. So it says taxable income here because there are things that you can do to reduce the income that you need to pay tax on. So if you give money to charity, you don't have to pay tax on most charities. So if you give $10,000 to a charity, you can reduce your income by $10,000 to give you your taxable income. In this problem, we need to work out if Jonah is entitled to a tax refund if he paid $65,000 during the year in tax. So this is the amount that the employer took out during the year. So we find how much tax he should have paid on $200,000 using the table. Tax payable on $200,000. So we go to the right part of the table, which is this part, because it's more than $180,000. We find the difference between these two numbers, which is here. We multiply that by 45%, or 45 cents over $100, over 100 cents in the dollar, and add on this part of the table. But this part of the table, the 54,232, is how much tax should be paid on $180,000. So in total, this is how much Jonah should have paid. Tax refund, we find the difference between how much he paid and should have paid. And if it's a positive number, then that means that Jonah's entitled to a tax refund of this amount, the difference, because he actually paid more than he had to. So if this was a negative number, he would actually have to pay more tax. And that's what we call a tax return when we find that out.